Hi, if you're in the room, can I see who you are? Going once, going twice. Hi, Pamela. Good to see you. How are you? You took the Find Your North Star, right? I think you did. Hi. Good to see you guys. I'm going live probably on Monday night on July 4th to do monthly forecast. But yeah. Oh, yay. Okay, well, it's going to be a small group. Every month it's a small group because you have to keep in mind a lot of people who have taken it either don't really have questions, forget, or already attended a live. So let's get started. So Nahe, what did you take? I'm just curious, like what everybody wants to like hear about today. I'm curious if anybody took 21 Doma and wants to talk about that at all before we move into Find Your North Star. We have more people trickling in. If you're in the room, please say your name, what class you took. I'd really appreciate it before we get started. And I hope everyone's having an amazing weekend so far. Once again, if you're in the room, oh, you can create polls? What? I had no idea. That is crazy. Did the poll not show up? Okay, it just might be. Okay. So Pamela, it just might be you, which is totally fine. And Nahe, if you haven't taken any classes yet, I highly recommend. So Pamela, talk to me about. It did appear for you. Okay. Hi, hello, goodbye, welcome. So this is a special live for students. Hi, Cameron. Let me see the poll again. It showed up for me, but it took me like a hot minute. Okay, so we have one person who took 21 Doma. Great. So we'll talk about that. We have two people that took Find Your North Star. So let's do. Let's talk about 21 Doma really fast. Giselle, welcome. By the way, you guys, if you already took the class and you really enjoyed it and you would like to continue to hang out with me, watch my replays, all that good stuff, please consider becoming a member on YouTube. I recommend being a mystic because you get discounts for all my offerings, but I'll leave that up to you guys. So let's start with 21 Doma. If you took 21, so that was Giselle, right? So Giselle, can you please share with the room what you were going through in life that made you decide that you want to take 21 days of major arcana? Like, what were you going through in life that prompted you to want to take it? And I want to do an exercise with you. This poll is so cool. I don't know why I didn't know that it was there before. I'm so silly. It must be like a new thing. Come on, we want more people talking in here. It can't just be me. You took my class for a reason. It's got to be participatory. And it's a great opportunity for you to ask me anything. Okay. Um, so Giselle, let's do this exercise that I call dream, nightmare, obstacle, and a new dream. So if you took all the classes, you probably recognize that reality is a function of how you see things based on your own intuition and based on your own childhood experiences. And when we're not able to make a shift, it's because there is some block that we picked up from our childhood, right? So, Giselle, you want to do this exercise with me? Could you share with everyone what your dream is? What's your dream? Is it getting a new job? Is it getting a new relationship? Just tell the room what your new dream is. And then also share your nightmare and your obstacle. So the exercise that we're doing right now, we're actually trying to rewire the brain, because Giselle probably has a belief somewhere that says, yeah, sure, I can want these things, but how am I going to get there? Right? So we're going to rewire it entirely. And also, Giselle, where you're at, I think right now, I don't think you've hit. I think you're kind of like at the tower moment. Most people who take 21 Doma are at the tower moment. And once you get past the tower, then you can enter the death card, which is a brand new start. But before you do that, you have to rewire your brain first. My dream is getting a new job in Washington State. I've been applying and hoping to move there soon, and I hope to find a devoted, loyal man. And my nightmare is that I'm stuck in my job and city. Okay. Okay. What's the obstacle that's going to keep you what's the obstacle that will keep you at your current job? This is actually a fairly easy one, Giselle. Yes. Of course. And that you don't deserve, or that you can't do it, or something like that, right? First of all, I want to tell you that your new dream shouldn't even be a new dream. I think you're going to get a new job. I think a lot of it came down to self-belief and also lack of self-awareness, like you not knowing exactly what you want to do next. That's why you're doing Find Your North Star, right? Yeah. Based on, okay. And if your new dream also includes getting a new person, like a new man, this is a totally separate conversation, but that comes down to what blocks did you pick up as a child? What beliefs did you pick up as a child that makes you not be open to the love that you deserve, or makes you, because a lot of times we think we want somebody, but they're not good for us. So we have to differentiate our want versus our need. So what it is that you want that's actually not good for you, that you were told is good for you when you were little. You know what I mean? So Giselle, what was like your biggest takeaway from 21 Days of Major Arcana? How did it help you? I'm just curious because your situation really comes down to, it feels to me more like a manifestation type thing, not so much like working through trauma. And that's okay. I'm glad you took it. But a lot of people who take 21 Doma usually, went through like a traumatic life event and need to heal and cope and shift their perspective to see their trauma from a different point of view. But it's also really good to take if you're trying to manifest, for sure. And welcome everybody that are in the room. I have a poll up. Please take the poll. Hi, Jody. Good to see you. Debbie, this is a special class that I'm doing. I'm not answering questions for anyone publicly. The daily journal questions helped me figure out what I wanted and what kind of situations have held me back. Very good. I think my trauma is more to do with my upbringing and low self-esteem. Right. You guys, I hear this all the time. Whenever someone tells me like, I don't know how to do this, or I feel like that's impossible for me or whatever. And I'm like, it's not that it's impossible. Someone told you along the way it's not possible. So you just have to figure out what that is and where that came from. So Giselle, you finally realized that you felt stuck because you saw things to be that way, not because you're actually stuck, right? Like the 21 Doma actually taught you that. So Giselle, I think we can now talk about the new dream together. What's the new dream? And this is a very classic movie structure. I'm classically trained in film, and we spent a lot of time talking about the hero's journey and how a hero goes through many tribulations in life to reinvent themselves and get to a new destination. And what they realize often is that the new destination might be different from where they started, but they're more happy with that new goal. So they're able to let go of that old dream that never came to be. So what is that new destination/dream? And then after this, we're going to move on to Find Your North Star. And for everybody in the room who's not a member, please keep in mind that if you become a member, you can actually get a discount to any of these classes and you can watch the replays. So I would highly encourage you to become a member. There's 4 people in this room who have not yet taken it yet. So if you would like, I have a terrific thing I can offer. If my computer doesn't freeze. Chrissy, hi. So the real journey is an internal one for me, to believe in myself more and evolve internally. I think I'm very concerned with what's happening outside. Oh, we have someone really woke in this room. That's awesome, Giselle. Well, I think so, Giselle. If I rephrase what you're saying, I think what you're intending to say is that if you want to see outer results, you're recognizing that you got to focus on internal shifts. Right, right. That's awesome. A lot of times we think like, why is this like thing not changing on the outside? But it's not going to change until you change the inside. And the 21 days is helping you like restructure the inside. And all of us are raised from different ethnic backgrounds, religious backgrounds, societal constructs, myself included. I have so many like filters within me that I realized just really fucked me up. So once I learned some like universal ancient core principle truths on like how to align myself, independent of what I was taught to believe, it really helped me sort of like know what to move towards. So from that point of view, I think 21 Doma is very helpful. Okay, so thank you for sharing, Giselle. You did an amazing job. All right. Let's move on to find your North Star. Pamela. Is Pamela still in here? Is Pamela still in here? This is going to be a fun thing because I'm going to walk. If you took Find Your North Star, we're going to go through your stuff, your profile. Okay, Pamela, what's your human design type and what's your line? What's your midheaven north node? Share it all. Share it all. Tell the team. Nice. We love generators. Producing life force energy for Earth. Oh, interesting. Okay. Midheaven and Libra. Okay. So does that make you a Capricorn rising or an Aries rising? Probably a Capricorn rising. Is that right? North Node in Sagittarius. So you're really here to share big ideas. Oh, Capricorn rising. Yeah, that's what I said, right? Capricorn rising. Yeah. I love Aries moons. I think Aries moons are fucking awesome. Like, just so open, so direct, so honest. All right. Okay. And can you tell everybody in the room what you do now professionally? You guys, this is really important for you to pay attention to. Aries moon represent. I'm currently a production coordinator for a video production and tech company. Okay, great. So, working mostly on Google live streams and webinars. Okay. You and I have to talk, Pamela. Just saying. Just saying, homie. You and I got to talk. Really quick question, Pamela. What did you realize from Find Your North Star that you didn't previously know about yourself, and did it help explain what you want to do next? Based on Find Your North Star, what did you realize that you had to do? because the thing with and I know about your situation. I know that it's a grind. I know it's a lot of work. It's a lot of repetitive work. I do feel like the midheaven in Libra is artistic, so it's not a bad idea to be in the entertainment industry. However, you're probably in a role that is more details focused as opposed to like big picture and beauty stuff, right? And just so everybody knows in this room, the Finding Your Star is designed to help you find your passion and your purpose and your path. And all of us have been conditioned so terribly to not really follow our heart. Unfortunately, that only blocks abundance. So these two classes, but particularly Finding Your Star, is designed to help you reset what you're meant to be doing professionally. This is so gross, but like Skylar's eating like pretty stale food. This course helped me learn the difference between the 3D and the 4D and lots of things that have been holding me back or the things I've been designed to think when I was younger. Yeah. What about professionally, Pamela? Ava, welcome. By the way, for people in this room right now, because you are in this live, I am offering Ava and anybody in this room who want to take 21 days of Major Arcana and find your North Star. I am giving both at a reduced price, 10% off, and there's a payment plan. And this is the link. I'm only giving people in this room this link. This is not publicly shared. This is not posted anywhere. It's only because you're in this live, and this link will expire after the live. So make sure you check it out now. It's a really good deal. Okay, so Pamela, I've been raised to really be practical and not take risks or do things that would but I'm not really practical. I do not like to be about. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're the big picture person. I feel like you're really here to educate people and share big ideas. Maybe, do work that enables you to travel even. That's really like a North Node and Sagittarius thing. So again, like I think you're in the right industry, but in the wrong job. And also Moon and Aries, like very action oriented. Like you got to do something that you're passionate about. You want to help other people but through your own path. Okay, tell me more. Well, tell me, just share with the room like what other insights you've garnered. Yes, more creative than admin. Would it be within film or would it be within like tech? That's the other thing with being a generator. I don't know if there's other people in this room that are generators, but the thing with being a generator is that you have to do what you love. You have to do something that will continue to sustain your life force energy. Oh, interesting. So you're not even in film. Oh my gosh, that's like such a Libra thing. Nice, very nice. Do you currently do graphic design? It's funny because you still landed in the creative industry, but it seems like you got there by accident. But this class has sort of helped you maybe become more aware and in tune with how you want to spend every day, not just like industry-wise, but every day. But also, isn't that interesting? The tarot decks and then the vertical gardens. Those are yes, they're art forms, but they're very ideas driven, right? Like you need to put like thought and create every single deck, every single card. And same thing with vertical gardens. Like I feel like that's pretty avant-garde, vertical gardens. So like you're someone who would introduce new forms of art in like an intellectual way. Yeah. I love that. I wonder if you have some like Taurus in there too in your chart. So what's your profile lines, Pamela? What's your profile? And who else took Find Your Star to volunteer after Pamela? Your profile is in your chart, and it's in your human design chart, and it will literally say profile lines and 2 numbers. Personality that comes out because it's fearful. Not even personality, but like emotions, like anger, sadness, jealousy, resentment, bitterness. Those are the parts of our personalities that we want to steer away from because they're not coming from the soul. All right, Cameron, you're up. Let's go. Share your profile. And once again, to every single person watching this, and you're like, I want to take Find Your Star. I want to take 21 Doma. In this live only, I am sharing this link, 10% off for both classes combined. And you can divide your payments over 3 months. Sick deal. Go check it out. So Cameron, share your type. We're going to come back to Pamela when she finds her profile, but share your type, please. North Node, Midheaven. Pamela, I just want to say, like, I know you're really, I think you're still young, but the Midheaven, pardon me, the North Node in Sagittarius tells me that, like, you're really here to explore human consciousness, to, like, push what people already know outside of their comfort zone. Ah, okay. Ava, if you, well, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Ava, manifesting generator, Midheaven in Cancer, Pisces. Wow, bro. Ava, you can use this link to get Find Your Star, and you can use code 10 TEN to get 10% off. I just made that for you if you're interested. So wait, hold on, 1% at a time. Jody, did I answer your question? Jody, you can never control what other people think. You can only control your own emotions and your own emotional reactions, right? So the fearful parts of your personality is a part that responds in a negative way. Of course, Ava. Fellow healers, I always want to help out fellow healers. Pamela, you and me, we're both 4/6. Okay. So Pamela, what you got to do is find the right network. You got to network your way in. You also deal really well with people. So one thing that would really help you a lot is to find the right mentors who can get you there within graphic design. Cameron, manifesting generator, Midheaven in Cancer, North Node in Libra. Cameron, can you share what you do currently and what you would like to do next based on what you discovered? Cameron, are you artistic? Are you like in music, singing, or whatever? Hi, Penny. Because what I often see in Midheaven and Cancers is like they're very good at. There's something about the arts and music there. And also being a manifesting generator, those guys, you guys have to constantly do stuff, find stuff that doesn't bore you. You work in marketing and music industry. Yo, look at that. I was kind of close. Yes, Ava, the code is 10. Pretty sure that that's it. If not, if that's not working for you, just let me know. Yes, super artistic and creative. Yeah. The thing with it's so interesting, Cameron, because for whatever reason, a lot of MGs that I work with want to be in the healing arts. But the thing is, like, MGs are not really be meant to. I mean, I guess you could work with people one-on-one, but the thing is, you get bored. So I feel like, Cameron, your method of healing people is going to be through artistic means. It's not going to be like conventional life coaching. I think you're going to add your own twist to it. Did you realize after Finding North Star that you want to do life coaching, or how did you get to that conclusion? How did you get to that conclusion? I've been thinking about it for a while, but Finding North Star sort of helped me articulate that goal, if that makes sense. Okay. And what's your profile number? But the thing is, Cameron, I know you're going to hate me for saying this, but I really don't feel like... Here, let me see again. Yeah, you need a lot of alone time too. Cameron, I think that you can totally help other people and be a life coach, but I think that you need your angle. I think that you need your niche. This is actually something that I talk about a lot in my business program, because there's too many healers, there's too many life coaches, and I'm like, you recognize this is a lot of competition. So you got to find your thing, your tool in which you can help people, and it doesn't have to be crazy. So meaning, like, you don't have to like come up with this crazy skill to like help people. Like it can be like, I think that people in entertainment are healers, for example. Yay, Ava, welcome aboard. By the way, Ava, I would also invite you to become a YouTube member. You can do something very low level. I don't know, healer or whatever, but it sounds like something, everybody in this room, just so you guys know, I go live at least twice a month. And a lot of my replay videos are only available for members, and I have a lot of secret content for members. So I would invite you guys to join. It's like $5 a month or something, maybe 4 something. But I don't know, Cameron, we'd have to think about that. You said you always want to be a life coach. Like, you knew that in your heart. As long as you feel like that's really your thing. And the reason why I'm putting you on the spot is because you are an MG. MGs constantly want to do something new. So the tricky thing for MGs is to be really honest with themselves about, okay, what is it? Okay, great. I always want to be independent. And I agree with that 100%. I agree with that part. Yes. But I also think I'm limiting myself in my thinking. Yeah. I would also have to look at your whole chart. North Node in Libra. Hi, Altesha. Here's the thing, Cameron. The midheaven and Cancer are like the leaders. You're like the mother of an entire generation of people. You're like the mother of like groups. So like it's not so much that you want to coach one-on-one, I think, but I do think that you want to lead a group of people somehow, some way through artistic means. Right? So Cameron, I would meditate on this. I would meditate and sit and think a little bit more about what makes you happy. I think you're absolutely on the money. I think you're absolutely on the right track. Um, I almost feel like you should run your own business. Like make your own thing. That's the problem with all these healing arts. Like people think like I gotta be this and I gotta be this. Like so no, you can come up with your own thing. The world is changing. Anyway, who else took Find Your North Star in here? We did Pamela, we did Cameron. Cameron, was that helpful? I hope that was helpful. The thing is, a lot of these things also like unfold over time. I feel like I gotta do a career pick a card. Got it. Oh, Cameron, I'm so glad. Um, you should definitely come to one of my YouTube lives in the future. There's one, oh, I'm going live on YouTube on Monday to give a monthly forecast, just so you guys know. So you guys should definitely pull up. Penny, did we do an exercise for you before? I think we might have. Is there anybody in the room who wants to take Find Your North Star and 21 Days of Major Arcana? Just curious, because there's 10 people in this room who have not yet taken it. And during this live, I'm giving away 10% off for both already at a reduced price. So let me know if that's you, and I'll drop a link here. Somebody already got the, I think it was Ava already got the Find Your North Star before. But Cameron, I also think that you should think about starting your own business. Just saying, man. Or girl. Cameron, I feel like is a pretty gender neutral name. "21 Doma" is people who feel really stuck in their lives, in whatever area of their life, and need an internal reboot. So you learn the 22 major Kana cards pretty in depth. You get a daily email from me, and you also get a bunch of videos that explain your mind, body, spirit connection, and there's some science involved. So it's not just a woo-woo class. And I know a ton of people who took it and like actually really like healed after, which is kind of funny. Find Your North Star is purely professional, like what you have to do to shift your profession. Do you have any tips for the chakra work described in 21 Days of Major Arcana? Yes, I love the chakra system. It's the best way. It's the best way to figure out what you should do to be on the path of healing. By the way, the 21 Days of Major Arcana is also really good for artists and intuitives who want to like reset and combine spirituality and creativity. Giselle, there's so many misconceptions out there about how to work with the chakras. The thing is, it's like, it's not complicated. You just got to put your attention, forget the colors, whatever, just got to put your attention on each part of your body where the chakra lives, and imagine a light flowing through each one. Hi, Michael. Good to see you. Focus your attention on each of the chakras, and that will amplify and cleanse the power of that chakra as is. I know way too many people who are like, I gotta find the right music, I gotta like listen to the right like whatever tunes and focus on like the colors. I'm like, dude, fuck that. Like you just know where the chakras sit, understand what each means, and just put your attention on each and imagine a light flowing through, like vacuuming them. Or not vacuuming, sorry, like blasting air through them. Why do you say that? Also, you're Russian. I don't know how to read it, but I'm sure your name is like very beautiful. Jody, and I'm glad you got it. Pamela, did I answer your question? Did I answer your question, Pamela? For people who want to take 21 Days of Major Arcana, do you recommend it if I'm looking for my side hustle, eventual career to be sharing art magic? Well, Pamela, it will help you only because you want to make tarot decks. It's going to help you from that perspective, and it's going to help you integrate different modalities like chakras, numerology, tarot, chakras, numerology, astrology, human design. It's going to help you integrate those things and further your knowledge of spirituality. You guys, I studied this shit for like 10 plus years. Like it's not hard for me to articulate the combination of all these things. But Pamela, here is a link for you, and use the code 10 for 10% off. Okay. I actually know people who took 21 Days of Major Arcana and made their own decks. I don't know how I should feel about that, but I'm just seeing it as like, okay, I did good work for them. That's it. Yeah, art magic sounds really interesting. All right, any other questions in the room? I'm loving these questions today. I'm loving the questions. Michael, it's always a pleasure to see you. Michael, I also have a question for you. Like the shifts that I've been making in what I'm offering, does it make sense? Like, how do you feel? Like, does it make sense? I'm also asking because you're a projector, so you can see through shit. And like understand, like you can get insights. Like, does it make sense for me? And because you know how I did 21 Days of Major Arcana, Fighting North Star, and then I'm doing the business growth, whatever. Like, does that order make sense? And do you think it's in line with my strengths and what people need? It's totally relevant, Jody. Jody, it's completely relevant because once your internal world starts to change, you realize that you've been seeing a false reality, and sometimes, well, many times, that false reality is people. Yay! I always feel really good if a projector tells me that, because they won't bullshit you. I mean, they can, but Michael wouldn't, so. Do you have any advice on how to make peace with those breakups and not feel bitter? Bitter about what exactly? If you have a passion, what should you do to improve more and more? Can you give tips on improving your concentration, confidence, and mind? How do you believe in yourself? Penny's a projector. How do you say your name, ma'am or sir? I don't even know how to say your name. The Russian person. The very simple answer to that is proving to yourself that you can do difficult shit, proving to yourself that you can handle whatever challenges come your way. That is solar plexus. That's the third chakra in your body. That needs to be empowered. And that comes over time by challenging yourself and pushing yourself to do things that you normally wouldn't do. Yana, okay. So Yana, you gotta, every time your body tells you or your mind tells you, I can't do this, I can't do that, start taking baby steps to challenge yourself and push yourself anyway. And that in and of itself helps you increase the solar plexus energy. Everything is action. You won't know you won't know how something's going to be unless you do it. I joined 21 Days to Heal from sudden loss of my husband 6 years ago. I'm so sorry for your loss. I always am going through a twin flame. It's crazy because oh wow. I had to relearn how to love myself. See, Ava, you're going to have so much wisdom and insight to share with people. Teaching is a strength. You are truly helping people help themselves through your life coaching. Oh, thanks, Michael. You're a bomb. There was a moment while all that shit was happening that made me question whether I was toxic myself, and I couldn't tell. Well, first of all, Jody, I think that everybody's toxic. I think that everybody's toxic to a certain degree, and nobody's an angel. If we were all angels, we would not be here. We would have not come to Earth. This place sucks. Do you really, Michael? Oh my God. What's my broad and my niche? I mean, I guess it's pretty obvious because I tell a lot of people, but I'm so glad that you caught on to that, bro. Yeah, Jody, we're all toxic, so don't be hard on yourself. But the thing is, the more you work on yourself and the more you become really honest about who you truly are and what it is you need, you start to attract people that feel less toxic to you because they can match your authenticity. So Yana, that's a programming, you're probably a generator, or no, hold on. You probably had generator parents who told you were not doing enough and that you should do more and more and more. And that's just not true. So that's a limiting belief. Anybody else in the room here that had any other questions for me and wanted to check out the bundle, 21 Days of Major Arcana, Find Your North Star? Also, for all the healers, artists, creatives in this room that want to start your own business by making content, I am a tarot reader, but that wasn't my primary thing. First and foremost, I was a content creator. And welcome aboard, Pamela. So I'm now teaching people how to break free and start their own business through content creation. And yes, there's tarot elements involved. I love that, Michael. Self-development and self-discovery, yes. So if any of you guys are interested in participating in that with me, let me know. Actually, let me take another poll. I can't make another poll. Are you serious? Well, this is why. The two winners are not in here today that I picked. I am really pushing these people hard. The people that are taking my stuff. I don't think they knew what was coming for them. I mean, it's not pushing in terms of volume, but about thought. And I'm like, did you think that the business runs itself or makes itself? It does not. I'm literally teaching how manifestation works. I'm teaching manifestation without teaching manifestation, if that makes sense. While the poll is taking place, any other questions for me? Any other questions for me? You guys, hit me with your questions. Really good questions today. I'm like loving this live. I'm like really happy that we did this. Really, really happy that we did this, actually. Actually, really want to write the questions that came in today. Do you guys see Skylar? Books to recommend. For what? For you, based on your questions, I actually think for you, you have to check out Tom Bilyeu. No. Yeah, Tom Bilyeu. Maybe not books, but watch his videos. You guys, if you want to, for the people that voted yes on starting your own business using content, and I teach you everything, not just content, how to structure the website, how to create a mailing list and all that, how to optimize your mailing list. I wrote it down, Tom Bilyeu. I recommend, I just want you guys to know, I'm pushing the start date to mid-August, but we should talk. We should talk. Watch my IGs. Watch when I'm launching it. Watch my free webinar. Watch my free webinar. And we'll talk then. All righty. Okay, so there are about 5 people who said yes. I know Michael's one of them, but Michael's already doing his thing. For the rest of you guys, some people don't experience any shifts until 6 months later. And I'm like, that's because everyone's working at a different pace, and that's okay. The 5 votes in the room, can you show who you are, please? I'm assuming one of them is Michael, but who are the other people? I'm just curious that want to start their own business. Bonus points if you took Find a North Star, because you're probably like, well, now I really know that I got to do my own shit. Yeah, Pamela, this would be a good one for you because you got to sell your tarot decks and you have to start building an audience. Pamela, did you watch my webinar? It's okay. Go watch the webinar so at least you get your 5 tips. It's so much. Like, I almost wondered if I should do webinar too, because there's like so much more information that I want to share. A lot of it is science. Okay, great. I'm glad you like it. Yeah. The thing is, you can't. Here are things I wish I knew. Like, you start making content and you kind of hope it like builds an audience, right? But there's a formula to everything. There's a formula to what kind of content you should make, when, where, how. there's a lot of people, you guys, who have much more followers than me. I don't think make what I make. I also know there's followers. I know there's creators that have way less followers than me and make much more money. It's all about what's happening behind the scenes. It's all about understanding the business stuff and how people respond to certain types of content. So here is a replay for the webinar. If you are interested in taking my business mentorship program through content, and yes, it has spiritual and mystical components to it, it starts mid-August. So stay tuned for that. There is actually a link within that video if you want to pre-checkout and a code that expires next week. But I'll leave that up to you guys just to do that if you want to. I haven't advertised a whole lot yet, just to people who like come to my lives and whatnot. So the two people that I picked to win didn't show up on the live, so there's no point in announcing it here, but I'm gonna send that an email. So you guys, it was lovely to see you and hang out with you. And Ava and Pamela, watch the webinar and hit me up if you are interested in taking this thing, because I'm also making a lot of like payment arrangements for people who just can't afford it right away. I do already have a 6-month payment plan, but I can make it easier. It's like not a big deal for me. So it was good to see you guys. Love you. Take care and have an amazing rest of your week.